And you have two focus words today, again and into. And then if you are in PCI 2, your book this week is the game room. And you have 4 words today, always, because, keep, and move. And then if you are in that third ELA group, you are doing a review, Finding the Titanic review today. All right, and then moving on to our PCI 2. So this week we're doing something kind of different. The article we thought was kind of boring for this week, so we decided to mix it up a little bit. So today we are talking about Women's History Month, and we're kind of going through some different March holidays this month because we're feeling this week's article very much. So anyway, today we're talking about Women's History Month. And so if you're in group 2, you're going to have to do some research today. So you might need some help with that. Let us know if you need some help. You're going to be researching a famous woman in history. All right. And then so for our math today, we are talking about parts of a circle. Should be very exciting. And then let's see, moving on. For Explore Math, we are doing some vocab and talking about going to the dentist. So we're talking about some time this week. And then for News to You, we're talking about which number is less. Very simple, easy review. And then our social lesson, we are finishing up focusing on Felix's book this week. How crazy is that? And so our story this week is A Big Problem. Anyone have any questions? No? We're all set? Good to go? All right. That's all I got then.
All right, before we go and do our vocabulary, I'm going to have a friend explain the weather to us, today's weather. Can you come up here, please? So they got to hear you at the microphone. All right, so what was it outside this morning? Sunny, cloudy, rainy?
Sunny.
Yeah, it was sunny, right? Yeah.
Everyone today. Make sure you're loud so they can hear you.
And everybody. Today will be
Say.
it's 42 degrees, 52 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes, very good. And what do we wear when it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit outside?
Where? Oh,
You wear a coat.
Or jacket.
Not. What else?
I can wear jeans.
You can wear jeans. And one more. What was?
Tank top. I mean, blue tank top. Oh,
What is this on it? Long short. Sit down now.
Thank you.
Thank you for presenting our weather today. I appreciate it. All right, so going on to our vocabulary word. Today's word is sun. So sun is a star at the center of the solar system that gives heat, light, and energy to Earth. So what kind of word is sun? Is it a noun, verb, or adjective? Yes, that is correct. It is a noun. Can anyone use sun in a sentence?
I got one.
Let's hear it.
The sun is a planet.
The sun is a planet. How about, so the sun isn't necessarily a planet, but the sun, it gives light to the planet.
Yes.
That. Yeah. The sun is a star. Yeah. Gives light to the planet. Hold on, I got someone in the chat going. It is very sunny out today. I like that one. That changes our word a little bit. Yeah, I like that one. The sun is out today. Anybody else? Put the word sun in it. Yes, it is.
What about at the end of the day? What happens at the end of the day?
Sun goes down. I like that. The sun goes down at the end of the day. All right, those are some great sentences, you guys.
I like to sit with my girl.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so we are starting a new chapter today. It's chapter 2. What is it called? Someone read it for me.
What is the weather?
Yes, chapter 2 is called What is the Weather? What do we think it's going to be about? What do you think it's going to be about? Weather? What about the weather? What it looks like outside? All right, that's a good guess. All right.
Miss Clough's class is talking about the weather. The weather is what the sky looks like and how the air feels outside, or the temperature. There are many different types of weather. The weather changes all the time. It changes from day to day. It changes from season to season. The weather changes from place to place, says Miss Clough.
So what is weather? What the sky?
What the sky looks like and how the air feels outside, or a temperature.
Or the temperature. And does weather stay the same or does it change? It changes. It changes from what?
Day to day. In the 2 seasons.
Weather change? Day to. Very good. And it changes from season to season and place to place.
Why is the air cold in the morning and warmer in the afternoon? Asks Troy. The temperature changes because of the sun. The sun heats up the earth in the morning when it rises. Then, the earth cools off when the sun goes down at night, says Miss Clough.
So what heats up the earth during the day? The sun. And then it cools down when the sun goes to sleep, right? And the moon comes out.
Yes.
Here's very slow today.
The earth has 4 seasons. The weather changes with each season. The seasons change because of the way the earth tilts as it goes around the sun. Places are warmer when they get more direct sunlight, says Miss Clough. So, the air is warmer in the summer because there is more direct sunlight. In the winter there is not as much direct sunlight, so it is cooler, says Mariah. That's correct, says Miss Clough.
So how many seasons does Earth have? 4. Yes, we have 4. What are our seasons? Spring, summer, fall,
Winter, and spring.
winter. Yes, that is correct. So why is the air warmer in the summer?
Summer, because there is more direct sunlight.
Yes, there is more direct sunlight. And in the winter, there is what?
In the winter, there is hot as much direct sunlight. So it is cooler.
Yep, so it is cooler. So it's warmer in the summer because you get more direct sunlight from the sun. And in the winter, there's not as much of that, so it's colder outside. So I have a friend that wants to read this page.
Me.
Go ahead.
The sun does not heat up every part of air. Some amounts, minutes, and mountains, lakes can change the way the sun heats up the air. This causes particles, pockets
Pocket.
of air to be different temperatures that there the hot, warm air will
Rise.
rise and the cool air or cold air will
Think.
sink as the air moves. The wind starts to blow.
Good job. So the sun, does the sun heat up every part of the air at the same amount? No. What changes the way the sun heats up the air? Mountains and
Lakes.
mountains and lakes. Yes, very good. Mountain and lakes can change the way the sun heats up the air and causes pockets of air to be what?
Different temperatures.
Different temperatures. Very good. All right, go ahead, friend.
As the wind blows, the weather change. The wind will blow faster and stronger when the
Pockets.
pockets of hot and cold air are very different. S- Strong winds can bring colder air, warmer air, or storms. When warm and cold air meet, thunderstorms may happen. They is one way weather can change.
Very good. So as the wind blows, the weather changes. What makes the wind blow faster and stronger? When pockets of what?
Air.
The pockets of hot and cold air are very different. So what can strong winds bring? Colder air,
Thunderstorms.
warmer air, and storms. So when the warm and cold air meet, thunderstorms can happen. What happens when a thunderstorm happens?
Rain, lightning, thunder.
Thunder. Sometimes it can bring in a tornado. So this is one way weather can change. You want to read this?
Me. Temperatures is only one way can talk about weather. Can also talk about the sky looks like. What type weather do you see in the sky? Asked Miss Club. Rain and snowfall from clouds in the sky, says Ray. It can be cooler,
Clear,
clear, and
sunny,
sunny or cold.
cloudy. All right, so temperature is the only way we can talk about weather. So what type of weather can you see in the sky? What falls from the clouds?
Sun. No, black snow.
Raise your hand if you like rain more. Raise your hand if you like snow more. Which one do you like? Oh, me too. I like the rain. You like sunny? All right. I'm gonna have a friend in the classroom read this one. Club
Club C
shows
shows a
picture
picture of the sun
over
over the ocean as the sun beats up over
ocean
ocean over
or
or lake. The
water
water
goes
goes to the
air
air and
makes
makes
clouds
clouds
when
when the
clouds
clouds are
full
fall from
water
the water. It
may
may rain or
snow.
sun. The
Temperature
temperature from the
air
air
determines
determines
rain,
rain or
snow
snow. What
will
will
fall
fall from the clouds?
does.
Says this is up.
Yep, very good. So Miss Clough shows them a picture of the sun over the ocean. So what happens as the sun heats or the lake? Where does the water go? Into the
Sun.
air,
There.
The air.
and it makes clouds. So you're right. The water, as the sun heats up in ocean or lake, the water rises up into the air and makes clouds, and that's how clouds are made. So then, when the clouds are all full of the water, what happens? Yes, it rains. It rains or it snows.
Yeah, it's like the water cycle. Very good.
Very good. I like that. All right. Do you have a friend that wants to read this one?
Me, sometimes there are bad storms, says Max. There are, says Miss Clough. It is important to know what weather will be like so we can prepare. Storms can off
Effect.
affect what clothes we wear and where we spend time out inside or outside. Tomorrow, the clothes
Class.
will talk at
Two.
meteorologists to learn about more weather.
So sometimes there's storms, and it's important to know what the weather will be like because why? Why do we need to know the weather? It affects what?
Can be it affects so we can be prepared.
And it affects whether we spend time where? Where are we right now?
School.
Inside and outside.
It affects whether we spend time inside or outside. So then, who will the class talk to tomorrow to learn about the weather?
Meteorologist,
What is a meteorologist?
person that works on the news station.
Yeah, it's the person who studies weather. Very good. All right, so that is our chapter. We're gonna hop over and do our main ideas chart. All right, so what was the chapter about?
What is the weather?
So how weather changes, right?
Yes.
What weather is and how it changes. So what happened in the beginning of our chapter? We can hop over and look. So what happened at the beginning? What did it talk about?
Weather.
What weather is and how the air feels outside, right?
Yes.
All right, then what happened? What did we go into after that?
Temperature.
We went into temperature, and the Earth has how many seasons? The Earth has 4 seasons. And is it warmer in the summer or in the winter? It's
Summer.
warmer. So the Earth has 4 seasons. It is warmer in the summer and in the winter. All right, so then what happened at the end? Who was the class going to talk to?
Meteorologist.
So temperature is the only way that we can talk about the weather, right?
Yes.
And then the class was going to speak to the meteorologist. All right, do you think it's important to know that temperature is the only way that we can talk about weather?
Yes.
All right, guys. Do I have any questions about that?
No.
Any questions? Give me a thumbs up if you're good in here. Thank you. All right, you guys did a great job with that. Hold on, let me stop recording and I'll let you say hello.